What's good, YouTube? Last time I brought y'all an NFL mock draft. This time we gonna keep it NFL, but we gonna do NFL AB edition. So for everybody that don't know, yesterday some crazy events kind of happened in the Jets and Buccaneers game. Antonio Brown removed his shoulder pads with his jersey, threw it on the sideline, took off his Nike Tech, the thing that goes up under the shoulder pads, rolled it up, threw it in the stands, took off his gloves, threw them in the stands. Nice souvenirs for some people. Probably gonna be worth a lot of money one day. And then he walked to the locker room, and I'm being told he put his outfit back on and called an Uber and left. Following the game, he was cut from the team. Bruce Arians, he didn't really comment on the matter. He just said Antonio Brown is no longer a Buccaneer. So I'm going to make this video to kind of debunk what I think went down. So I've been reading reports all morning. I've been seeing Antonio Brown, he wanted to get his incentives. So for people that don't know, he needed 11 catches, 281 yards, and 3 touchdowns in order to reach $1 million incentive. Now, incentives in football is if you don't reach it, you don't get paid. You know, it's as simple as that. So with 2 games left, he already had missed 4 or 5 games due to COVID and due to his ankle injury, and also because he lied about having a COVID vaccine. So he only had 2 games, which means he probably would have had to been force-fed the ball. So my initial understanding was maybe Bruce Arians kind of game schemed him out so he wouldn't reach, you know, his incentives as kind of like a smack in the face, you know, as far as like, you lied to us about COVID vaccine, you know, you have an ankle injury who you haven't really been trying to play on it, and you aren't disclosing certain things to the team. So they were trying to get him back. Now, waking up this morning, I seen some new reports. I seen that his ankle injury never fully healed, y'all. Never fully healed. Obtaining a fake vaccine card. Right here with the Raiders a couple years ago, he got arrested for burglary. Right here, he called Juju a bum. Antonio Brown has not been some person who is completely innocent over the past few years. You know, he was released by the Raiders, he was released by the Patriots, and as we can see right here, the video of him waving off the field, shirtless, after he's thrown everything. Peace. If this is his retirement, this is a hell of a way to go out. You know, we've had guys retire at halftime, but this is one of one. This is something only Antonio Brown could really pull off. So with that being said, I'm going to let y'all know what I think happened. So after reviewing the information this morning, I think Antonio Brown had an ankle injury that was more serious than they wanted the public to know. But they wanted him to play on it. Mike Evans, he's been battling injuries. Chris Godwin just tore his ACL. They really needed Antonio Brown. And of course they have Gronkowski, but you know, Gronk is a little old. And as you can see right here, he posted this on Instagram, called himself a super gremlin. And here are his incentives, 11 receptions, 281 yards. Let me move. So with Antonio Brown, I think this might be the beginning of an end. You know, his antics, I love Antonio Brown. I think he's probably the greatest receiver, one of the greatest receivers to ever play the game. Top 5, top 10 for sure. You know, obviously the past 3-4 seasons have kind of been a blemish on his career because there's no telling what he could do. He's still talented. At 33 years old, Antonio Brown is still fast. He's still quick twitch. He has great hands, and his route running is top tier. He's still one of the best ever. And when we look at, like, when I see Antonio Brown go off on tangents like this, of course, I think there was some bad blood between him and Bruce Arians. For you guys that don't know, Bruce Arians was the offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And him and Bruce Arians had a few run-ins in Pittsburgh 5-6 years ago where Bruce, you know, spoke about him and said he didn't really like him and things like that. And when he left, you know, he was kind of happy that AB wasn't a part of the Steelers organization anymore. The only reason he was brought into Tampa Bay was because Tom Brady said, yeah, that's my boy. Bring him in. But the one thing I don't agree with Antonio Brown is the theatrics, man. You know, you play in the National Football Association where millions of people want to have your spot. Of course, if you have an ankle injury, you could have took the Kawhi Leonard route. You know, what did Kawhi do? He had an injury and the Spurs medical staff cleared him. But Kawhi said, I don't feel 100%, so I'm not going out there and playing, which ultimately led to him getting traded and then, you know, him signing to the Clippers in free agency. Antonio Brown, I feel like if he had an ankle injury, that's valid to not go and play on it. But, you know, throwing your Nike Tech in the stands, I don't think it's a good look for him. When I look at teams, I don't think teams are going to want to take a chance on Antonio Brown anymore. He's 33 years old. He can be detrimental to a locker room because of antics like this. And, you know, the things he said to Juju, you know, I think we may have seen the last of Antonio Brown. And it's extremely sad to say because he's probably one of the most talented receivers of our generation. I see a lot of people saying he needs to go get help. But I don't really see. I feel like obviously the theatrics were a little more, but we've all had players in high school who have acted like this, who weren't getting enough playing time, who weren't doing this, who were getting benched for dumb reasons, and they would leave games and things like that. I just think Antonio Brown thinks he's bigger than the game of football, and because of that sole reason, I don't think he's going to get another chance in the NFL. I don't think another team takes a chance on him. Obviously, he still has the talent to be a team's #1 receiver, but do you take everything that comes with that? I don't think so. Antonio Brown, you know, as great as you are, man, I think his biggest downfall was his head. A lot of people think he went to Central Michigan because he wasn't talented. He went to Central Michigan because of off-the-field issues. So these off-the-field issues have really been stemming since he was 17, 18 years old. And I just wanted to make this video because what happened yesterday, we've never seen it before. So my take is I don't think Antonio Brown is going to play another down in the NFL. I don't think another team is going to take a chance. The Giants, you know, the Cowboys, Bears, but I don't see a team in the NFL that says, hey, we're going to take you on, because it's not even like he's a good veteran. He's not even like an AJ Green where he can talk up a young guy, coach him up. I think Antonio Brown, unfortunately, at 33 years old, he thinks he's bigger than football. He thinks he's the LeBron James of the NFL. And I'm sorry, but that's just not how the football league works. We saw the last of Antonio Brown yesterday. 3 receptions for 40 yards. Last year, Super Bowl champion. They probably don't win that Super Bowl without him. Top 5, top 10 receiver ever. You shot yourself in the foot with this one, Antonio, man. So with that being said, I don't want to keep y'all here too long. If y'all like this video, drop a like, comment, subscribe, do whatever. You know, support is free. Whatever y'all want next, I'll give it to y'all. Side note, I think Mike Tomlin deserves a very pricey pay raise because of what he did in Pittsburgh. He had Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, and big rapist Big Ben. We're not going to get into Big Ben. People know how I feel about Big Ben. If y'all want a video on my thoughts about Big Ben, drop a like, comment, let me know, and I will make that video. Because Big Ben, I am not a fan of him, man. He's probably my worst hated quarterback behind Tom Brady. But, you know, with all that being said, thank y'all for coming out. It's your boy RDG. Let's go. Let's get it.